Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we are diving into one of the biggest changes hitting marketing right now, and that's the rise of generative AI. We're going to look at how this tech is fast becoming an essential copilot for marketers, basically turning that scary blank page into a launchpad for brand new ideas. You know the feeling, right? We've all been there, just staring at that blinking cursor on a totally empty page. You've got all this pressure to dream up the next killer campaign or the perfect headline, or maybe even write hundreds of product descriptions. Yeah, creative block is a very real thing. But what if you didn't have to start from scratch every single time? Well, that's exactly the promise of generative AI in marketing. Now, it's not here to take your job or fly the plane solo. Think of it as your co-pilot. It's here to help out, to speed things up, and to help you navigate the tricky parts. So, first things first, let's talk about that dreaded blank page. We're going to see how AI can help you smash through that creative inertia and get your campaigns off the ground and running way faster than you ever thought possible. All right, so before we go any further, let's just make sure we're on the same page. When we talk about generative AI, we're really just talking about a tool that can create brand new stuff. You give it instructions, we call that a prompt, and it spits out text, images, or ideas based on what you asked for. You're the director, and the AI is your very own, very fast creator. And this changes the game for marketers. It's a huge shift. You're no longer just the writer staring at that empty document. Instead, you get to be the editor-in-chief. You provide the big picture strategy, the key audience insights, and that all-important final polish. The AI handles the heavy lifting of drafting, and you get to do the high-level strategic work of refining. Okay, so this whole shift from writer to editor actually creates a completely new way of working. We're talking about a total redesign of the content pipeline, one that makes it way faster and more flexible from the initial idea all the way to the final asset. So, what does this new process look like? Well, it all starts with you. You feed the AI the brief. Who's the audience? What's the tone of voice? What are our goals? Then, the AI generates a whole bunch of options, different headlines, body copy, calls to action, you name it. Then, your job is to step in as the editor. You pick the best stuff, you refine it, you make it perfect. And the best part? With just a click, you can translate and localize it for markets all over the world. Now, if you're in e-commerce, this is a massive game changer. Seriously, just imagine feeding a giant spreadsheet of product specs into an AI copilot. In moments, it can generate thousands of unique SEO-friendly product descriptions. It can even highlight different features for different audiences, like sustainability for one group and high performance for another. But the power of AI goes way, way beyond just speed. It unlocks a level of personalization that, honestly, was just a fantasy a few years ago. We're moving from one-to-many messaging to true one-to-one conversations, but at a massive scale. Just think about it. The old way was basically shouting one generic message to your entire audience. But the AI way, it's about crafting unique, tailored messages, even custom images, for all your different customer segments. It makes every single person feel like you're talking directly to them. And we can get super specific here. You could create one set of messages for people visiting your site for the very first time, a totally different set for customers who look like they might be about to leave, and then another more exclusive sounding message for your most valuable power users. Each group gets exactly the right message to get them to act. This ability to spin up so many variations also completely supercharges your A/B testing. I mean, instead of spending ages creating just 2 or 3 versions of an ad, you can now generate and test literally dozens of them. What does that mean? It means you learn what works so much faster, letting you optimize your campaigns almost in real time. Okay, so this all sounds fantastic in theory, right? But what does it actually look like in the real world? Let's talk about the tools that marketers are actually using and the results they're actually seeing on the bottom line. The whole world of AI marketing tools is just exploding. You've probably heard of text generators like ChatGPT and Jasper. They're becoming the standard for drafting copy. Image generators are popping up everywhere, used for everything from mood boards to ad variations. We're even seeing copilots being built right into CRMs to help you write entire email campaigns. So what's the first big result everyone's seeing? Higher engagement. It makes sense, right? When you can personalize your messages and test them super fast to see what works, you're going to see metrics like click-through rates and, most importantly, conversion rates start to climb. More relevant content just leads to more action. Simple as that. And the second major result is just a huge boost in efficiency. Content that used to take weeks to produce can now be done in days. The costs of localizing campaigns for different countries, they plummet. You are simply able to do more with more impact for less money. It's a win-win-win. Now, with all this incredible power and speed, it is absolutely crucial that we talk about how to use it safely and responsibly. You can't just let the AI run wild. You have to set up some clear rules of the road. These 3 guardrails are pretty much essential. First, style guides. They make sure the AI's output always sounds like your brand. Second, safety filters. These stop it from generating anything inappropriate or risky for your brand. And finally, factual grounding. This connects the AI to your real product information, which stops it from making up false claims or hallucinating features that just don't exist. So, this brings us to the most important point. The crucial takeaway is this. AI is the copilot, but you are always, always the pilot. Every single piece of content, every campaign, every claim has to be reviewed and approved by a human. That human oversight is completely non-negotiable. And that leaves us with one final thought. If AI is handling all the drafting, the variations, and the scaling, what does that free up marketers to do? Well, it frees you up to focus on the bigger picture, deeper strategy, more creative ideas, and really truly understanding your customer. So the real question isn't what AI will do to marketing. It's where will marketers, now with this powerful copilot, choose to go next?